Hello, friends. How are you? I am really happy to be back in this stream with you, and also super happy for the artificial intelligence tool that I discovered. I want to show it to you because I know you will love it. It's called Chat Jams, and it's used to create an amazing Spotify playlist. And best of all, it's super easy to use. Check it out. I know you're going to love it as much as I do. Well, once you enter, you'll see this bar down here. Then you can ask it whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to ask for a playlist with pop music for traveling by bus. Let's see what he recommends. It's great, my friends, you'll see. Let's see, it's intriguing, isn't it? In a matter of seconds, did you guys see? I told you it was in a matter of seconds. That's great, folks. Now I can put together a bunch of playlists for different occasions and all in a matter of seconds. I hope you guys let me know if you use it, huh? Well, how about we get started anyway? Friends, are you ready to dive into a new learning experience? Today I promise it's going to be an exciting day. Anyway, before we get started, I want to tell you something else super cool. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to learn in a flexible and fun way? Well, that's exactly what FlexFlix offers us. So friends, I invite you to download the FlexFlix app, where you will find all my videos, games, trivia, and lots of super awesome content for all ages. In the app, you can also interact with all the content, share it with your friends, leave comments, and connect securely with other users. Imagine it's learning and exploring together, and it's just amazing, kids. Okay, folks, with that said, it's time to start our big adventure today. Are you ready to learn and have fun together? Okay, let's go. Friends, you really don't know what happened to me the other day. I was super excited because there was a dance that promised to be epic, and obviously I got excited thinking that my crush was going to be there. So I prepared like never before. My best dress, makeup that even in my best dreams I don't wear, everything perfect. I met my friends at Paula's house to go all together to the ball. We were so excited that we didn't even notice the gray clouds on the horizon. We decided to walk because it was close, and it was a decision that would later seem like something out of a comedy movie, guys. Just as I left the house, the mother of all storms began. Rain, wind, the whole package, really. In a matter of seconds, I was soaked, and my makeup, well, let's just say it slid down my face faster than I was trying to dodge puddles. At that point, I got really mad, you know? But hey, when I got to Paula's house and saw myself in the mirror, it was impossible not to laugh. I looked like a modern abstract makeup painting. My friends, being the super fashionista heroines that they are, organized an immediate rescue. The truth is that they lent me clothes, put my makeup back on amidst laughter and jokes, and we ended up transforming the situation into a pre-dance party. So guys, the moral of the story is that even days that start out stormy can have a great ending if you have amazing friends. Have you ever had rain ruin your plans? Tell me your stories. Anyway guys, enough with the rain, dancing, and all that stuff, and let's get started with our theme for today. Shall we? You know what? Last Sunday we got together as we do every Sunday at my grandparents' house for lunch. And the truth is that sometimes I get a little bored. So I went to their library to look for some interesting book that might catch my attention, to see if it would distract me a little. First, I came across a bunch of books about the church. And well, you know that's not exactly my thing. But I kept browsing until I found a little book that caught my attention. Its title was something like The History of Literary Symbolism. And now here's the interesting part. You know, when I asked my grandmother what this book referred to, she told me that it's a very old literary genre and that it's one of her favorites. I thought it might be something cool for us to explore together to learn about symbolism in literature. So guys, get ready for a fascinating literary journey. Are you ready to explore this with me in the most fun way? And if the idea is to do it in the most fun way, that means that we will also use artificial intelligence tools that will help us make our adventures more interesting and fun. So when we have learned more about this topic, we will use the AI tool ChatGPT, which is a spectacular chatbot, to take this adventure to the next level. I think it would be fun to start by asking it some questions, don't you? As a way to start this adventure, do you think? Okay, I'm going to write to it. Hello, chat. My name is Mia, and I'm on stream with my friends. And we want to do some research on a literary genre called Symbolism. Do you know anything about this genre? Check the answer. Okay. He says, sure. Symbolism in literature is an artistic and literary movement that emerged in the late 19th century, especially in France. Symbolists sought to express abstract ideas, emotions, and moods through symbols and metaphors rather than literal descriptions. Okay, very interesting, isn't it? And I think it's a great start because we already know then that it started in France, and it really, as my grandmother told me, it's very old. From 1800, guys. So stay with me because this, I'm sure, is going to be very interesting. And you know, if you're as curious as I am and you want to use the chat, I'm going to leave you the link in the comments. Have you, my friends, ever heard anything about symbolism before? Or do you know any story or writer related to this genre? Let me know here in the chat. Okay, guys, before we dive right into literary symbolism, I'm going to tell you something else my grandmother told me. She told me that it would be great to have learned a few things about classic literary genres and the types of narrators these texts can have. If you already know how to identify characters, follow a plot, and understand the author's style, you will surely be much more ready to be surprised by a new and mysterious world. Okay guys, I also found a great video on FlexFlix that's just what we need to delve into today's topic. Wait for me to look it up for a second. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's hit play.
Symbolism in literature was an artistic and literary movement that emerged in the 19th century in France and invites us to explore language and ideas in a unique and profound way. A key figure in this movement is Charles Baudelaire, an influential poet who led us to explore symbolism in a revolutionary way. Symbolism seeks to transcend the everyday. Through mysticism and language, it invites us to connect with the sacred and see beyond what we perceive in the world.
What a
Unlike
nice phrase.
other poetic styles, symbolism focuses on the musicality of words, how they sound, and how they make us feel. The melody of the words is key.
The melody
Symbolism
of words.
encourages us to find
of it.
connections between the mundane, what we can see and touch, and the transcendental, what goes beyond our understanding. It's like looking for bridges between two worlds. For symbolists, art is independent and complete in itself. It is not subordinated to other areas of life, but is sustained and justified by its own essence and expression. In short, symbolism invites us to explore the profound, the musical, and the mystical in literature.
That's beautiful. Friends, have you ever felt lost like I did when I tried to understand something new? You know, I usually found that when I decided to dive in and explore a little more, suddenly it all started to make sense. Today, after diving into the subject of literary symbolism, we can say that literature is a universe full of surprises. Sometimes it can seem a bit complicated at first, especially when, coming from such an ancient genre, is when you start to decipher those symbols and meanings. I feel like we discovered a hidden treasure, guys. Don't you just love that feeling of learning something new and feeling like your brain just expanded a little bit more? Because I love it, guys. And the best part is that we're not alone on this journey. We're doing it together. So, guys, what did you think of this educational journey? Did you find something that surprised you or made you think? Share your thoughts here in the chat. You know I'm here to listen to you and, of course, to continue exploring this wonderful world of knowledge together. So let's keep learning and having fun. Folks, I think this video gave us a lot of information, but there was one moment that really got me thinking. Shall we watch it again?
Unlike other poetic styles, symbolism focuses on the musicality of words, how they sound, and how they make us feel. The melody of the words is key.
Guys, after immersing myself in the world of symbols and metaphors, I realized that literature is like a canvas where writers paint with words, hiding deep meanings between the lines. And what really surprised me is how 19th century symbolist writers like Baudelaire sought something more than words. They wanted to connect with the spiritual, with the tangible, and they used language as a bridge between the two worlds. I really believe that this connection between the material and the spiritual, between what we see and what we feel, is something really beautiful, guys. Now, when I read a poem or a story, I try to look for those little hidden treasures, those symbols that give life to the words. Because, friends, this trip was not only educational, but I think really exciting. I discovered that literature is not just about words on a page. It's a sensory journey, inviting us to explore the world from a unique perspective. So, guys, my advice is that the next time you read a play, take a moment to explore those symbols and metaphors, because you're going to discover a new and fascinating world in every word. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. Do you have any questions or comments on the topic? You know I'm here to chat. While I tell you folks that artificial intelligence is like a brain that can learn and improve itself, and that's why it's called artificial intelligence. I really rely on artificial intelligence to learn, but I will always be the one making the decisions. Okay, folks, now we've reached my favorite part of the stream. We are going to boost our knowledge with the help of amazing AI tools. As we saw at the beginning, we will use the ChatGPT tool to be able to create our own poem with symbolism. How about that? We'll be able to put on our best poet costume. Well, let's get started. First, we need to log into our browser and go to the tools page. Great, that's great. Now we can talk to it. Okay, I'm going to write to him. Hello, chat. We're back after learning about symbolism in literature. And we want to create our own poem with symbolism. Could you help us create one? Let's see. Well, he's writing, guys. He says, sure, I'd be happy to help you create a poem with symbolism. I'm here to help you in the creative process. Great. Well, I'm going to ask you, I know. I want the poem to be about a young girl named Mia who falls in love on a beach with a beautiful sunset and beautiful birds flitting around the place. What's the chat going to surprise us with? I don't know, guys. Wow, okay, let's see, let's read it. On the golden shore of a peaceful sunset, Mia on the beach, her heart audible. Her eyes reflect the dying sun, a love being born, subtle and deep. Under the burning sky, the promise is forged, like waves embracing nature. In the twilight, a pact sealed, a love on the beach, forever bound. Oh, friends, how beautiful. It really made me emotional. But well, you know I cry with everything. I loved it anyway. It was really beautiful what this tool gave us. But you know, now that we have done this beautiful poem, I would love it if we could hear it recited by someone, don't you think? Well, for that I have another tool that's going to be very useful. Let's go to 11 Labs, which is a great text-to-speech tool. Let's go to the page and paste the poem. here? Good. Let's see.
On the golden shore of a peaceful sunset, Mia, on the beach, her heart audible, her eyes reflecting the dying sun, a love being born, subtle and deep. Soft sand beneath her bare feet, whispers of the wind, secret embrace. Tangling her toes, longing dances, like waves at play. Their love is heaven. Under the burning sky, the promise is forged, like waves embracing nature. In the twilight, a pact sealed, a love on the beach, forever bound.
Beautiful, folks. It was amazing what this AI was able to accomplish. I loved it. I really loved it. What about you guys? What would you have liked to generate the poem about? Tell me about it here in the chat. Well, folks, I just want to say that we've done a great job. And so it's time to put everything we've learned together in this great lesson on symbolism in literature to the test. Are you ready to compete in a FlexFlix trivia game to see who paid the most attention? Come on. What's looking to transcend symbolism? I think it was the everyday, right? Perfect. What does symbolism focus on in terms of poetry? The musicality was. What does it represent? Does it correspond? What was it? I think it was the connection between the profane and the sacred, right? Great, guys. Well, folks, it was definitely a great day of learning and fun. Thanks so much for joining me on that ride. See you on the next stream to continue learning together. Bye.